This court. So the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. Please take a seat in the witness stand right over there. And please adjust the microphone and tell us your first name. Tell us your name, then spell it for the record.
Terrell Efron, T-E-R-E-L-L-E-P-H-R-O-N.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a man seated at the table in the tan jacket?
Yes.
What's his name?
Rocky.
You knew him. Were the two of you friends?
Yeah.
Can you describe the closeness of your relationship to him?
The whole 15 years?
Yeah, over the course of your relationship, sort of how it started and then how close you were throughout the 15 years.
Well, I mean, we started a collective ASAP, which is a bunch of, how would you call it, like a bunch of people from New York that got different down nervous.
It's okay. Just take a minute. Take a couple deep breaths.
No, we knew each other. We knew each other. We knew each other very well. I mean, it was probably like 6 or 7 of us. Probably like 4 of them was rappers.
Do you think you'd see him every day?
Up until he got famous, yeah.
Okay.
Like a little bit until he got famous.
How long do you think you knew him before? I know it's hard to peg down exactly when someone becomes famous, but about how long do you think you knew him before he became famous?
7 years. 7 years.
And over that 7 years, it was a regular occurrence that you would be with him almost every day, correct?
Yeah.
Would you describe him at that time, the beginning of your relationship, as someone that was like a brother to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you started to tell us about ASAP. What does ASAP stand for?
Yeah, it means a lot of different things, but always strive and prosper.
Were you a member of ASAP?
Yes.
Within ASAP, did you have a nickname that you went by?
Yeah, Relli. Yeah, so me, Jabari, Ills, and Rocky pretty much started ASAP.
Okay.
And anybody else who came after, if they wasn't like genuinely like trying to better themselves or do something other than like fooling around, kind of distance myself.
So what I think you're saying is you arrived in Los Angeles, to the best of your recollection, November 3rd of 2021, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the artist that you were managing was recording music the 4th, 5th, and 6th, correct?
I believe so, yes.
While you were with Jabari that day, did you overhear a conversation between Jabari and the defendant, Mr. Mayers?
Yeah, we was on our way back from the airport, and he got a call from Rocky.
So the defendant called Jabari?
Yeah.
And can you describe for the jury how it was that you were able to hear the defendant on that call?
We was in the back of the SUV, and he got a call from Rocky. He put the phone on his stomach, so he was laying back in the truck, and he put his phone on his stomach, and just was like listening, like talking to him.
Was the
I'm
phone
in the other chair.
Was the phone on speaker?
Yeah.
So you could hear both sides of the conversation?
Yeah.
What was the nature of the call between Jabari and the defendant?
It started off first, I believe, like Rocky was trying to get Bari to come to this complex con 10-year anniversary thing, and Jabari declined, and the conversation got kind of weird, like, and then Jabari says something like, "Oh, I see you got Ills and 12 on the jet," and it became like an inside joke because Rocky hasn't hit them, and it just became an inside joke, kind of. So then Rocky's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I got my niggas with me, boom, 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 whatever." And then instantly after that, he says, fuck that nigga Relli. And I'm like, I'm sitting in the back of the chair, and I kind of get up, and I'm like, and then Barbie like stops me. He's like, and then I'm listening, and then he's like, oh yeah, I don't fuck with. Can I say what I want to say?
Yes.
Say it.
So he pretty much was like, oh, I don't fuck with that nigga. He mad emotional, like this, that, and the third. Pretty much. It was so long ago, but it was, and the contents of that. And then Jabari's like, what you mean you don't fuck with him? And he's like, I just don't fuck with him. I don't like that nigga, like this, that, and the third. And after he said something about like, it's so long ago, but he was like, I'll beat him up or something like that. So I wanted to say something, but Ari was like kind of put his hand to the side to like my leg. You know what I mean?
At the point that the defendant is saying those things about you on the phone, were you also feeling tension in your relationship with him?
I mean, it's kind of always been like that. Towards, it's really hard having a relationship with Rocky.
Can you explain that?
I mean, you want to tell me my personal experience, or
Yes.
I feel like he's fake.
How so?
He lies a lot. Like, I don't see him, so it's like, how are we gonna have a relationship? You know what I mean?
Is there anything specific that you can think of?
Yeah, with like my companies or just anything, like overall. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had this one joke I call him is the 6 month man. Because I would see him every 6 months. You know what I mean? But then when he come around, it's like, it's fake. You know what I mean? Like, what are we supposed to be in this ASAP thing for? It's all smoke and mirrors.
Did you actually voice your displeasure
Oh,
to
yeah.
him?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Through text messages. But nothing ever, like, threatening him or anything. Just mostly telling him, like, you gotta tighten up, this shit fake.
But you would text message him and say...
And he won't text me back. He would never text me back.
Okay.
I'll probably see him and we'll have a conversation. He'll be like, he'll laugh, like, oh, bro, you emotional or something like that. And intense, like, you know, shit like that.
As far as Complex Con, you had no plans to go there, and certainly not to go with him.
Right.
Did you have plans to go with Ills or with 12?
No.
What was your business in Los Angeles at that time?
Working with my artists.
And does that mean anything to you?
Miss Cole.
And who were the people that you were missing calls from starting at the top of it?
Rocky. That's the largest number. That's 12B, 12B. Elijah, Rocky.
Okay. And did you receive those missed calls kind of in quick succession? Meaning like right after each other?
I don't know. I woke up to a FaceTime call from Rocky. So then after I noticed I had all those missed calls, I didn't even like wake up and notice the calls.
When he texted you, specifically the phrase, let's get to it, did you know what he was referring to?
I mean, I had kind of an idea that he wanted to probably fight or something, or just argue or something. I don't know.
What gave you that idea?
The day before his conversation.
So you still have that conversation that he had with Jabari in your head at the time you read that text message?
Yeah, that conversation spoke volumes because I never heard him talk like that. And over the whole, many years I know him, I told him a bunch of times, if you ever had a problem with me, let me know, because shit's not adding up.
You wanted to have a physical fight with him?
No.
Those text messages that you read from him, when you read those, did you perceive those to be aggressive towards you?
Yeah.
Now you said also when you woke up, you talked to him on FaceTime, correct?
Yeah.
What was your conversation with him about?
He was just more so like, okay, so he was like, where you at? And I'm like, huh? And then he's like, where are you? Like, kind of broke it down. And I'm like, instantly, I don't know, for some reason, I just told him the W. You know what I mean? And then he's like, no, you're not. That's a bum ass hotel. So I'm like, and then he's like, show me where you at. So then I got up to bed and I kind of, the Lowe's Hotel is on Hollywood. The W is in Hollywood. So it kind of, everything kind of looked the same. So when I showed him outside, I think that was good enough to the point he believed I was at the W.
After you told him you were staying at the W, he called your room a bum-ass room?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
I guess it's what didn't look like the W. Like wake up, and I wanted to. Thought we were just gonna talk and like really hash things out. Because this happened before, not like this, but like when we talk shit out. You know what I mean? And like I said, I call him Mr. 6 Month, and I haven't seen him in a very long time. So maybe he hasn't read the room. You know what I mean? Like okay, yeah. I feel like that was our whole relationship. Like just weird grudges. Oh, I don't know.
Okay. I'm trying to understand, if you can, what your state of mind is as you're going to this meeting with him, or as you said, to link up with him.
My state of mind?
Yes.
I was feeling real confident because, like I said, I don't think he read the room. I'm doing really good for myself. So I felt like this is a time for me and him to like actually come to common grounds and be like, fuck the bullshit. You know what I mean? Because what are we doing here? Like, you talk to everybody else like that. You're not talking to me like that. Nor am I accepting none of this. You know what I mean?
You've been more successful? Okay.
Yeah. In the music industry, yeah. Yeah, I was at my highest I've ever been because I finally figured it out. I figured out how to make money back into everything. So I made my own way. And if, for instance, if we had a problem, I felt like it could have been hashed out the moment he seen me. But instead, it was like, it got nasty. Okay, well, I don't see him yet. I'm walking down the block. Then I hear him. I hear him first before I even see him because he has a hoodie on.
And as you were walking down that street, what was the next thing that you remember that caught your attention?
I didn't see nobody. I heard Rocky though. I heard him say, "What now, pussy?" But it's been so long, so I don't know. What now, pussy, or what now? Like, something along the lines of that. Like he was like, "What now?"
And what was his tone of voice?
Oh, he was loud. Like that's what caught my attention. And then I seen Elijah, and then Jamel, and then that's when I'm walking. Like, cause I was continuing walking. I wasn't like stopping or waiting around anywhere. I was already walking. They was already there. So
Where?
I guess they was already on Argyle because they was calling me still. Elijah was calling me to see where I'm at. Mind you, I was far. That hotel was far. So when I got there, I'm walking down the block. I wasn't like waiting, calling him or anything. I'm still en route, pretty much. So I hear him as I'm en route still. And then that's when we meet up and then we see the altercation.
Up over his head?
Yeah.
Okay. And was he walking straight towards you?
Yeah.
Was, you said Ills and 12 were with him. How close were they to him?
Oh, they was right behind him.
Were they facing you too?
My eyes was on Rocky at that point. Like when he said, "What now, pussy?" I was like, he's right there. You know what I mean?
You expecting to get in a physical fight with him?
I mean, at that moment, the way, before then, no, I thought maybe we were going to talk. Or even when he did bring them, I thought maybe he was bringing them to like make a statement or something to like let them think that he's like tough or something. I don't know. That's what I kind of thought like after.
No, I'm not talking about Ills or 12. I'm just talking about the defendant.
Okay.
Were you approaching him of the state of mind that you were going to have a physical fight with him?
No, the whole time, to be honest, I would never fight Rocky. And that's God's honest truth. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a reason to fight him. We're in an industry where you get blackballed really easy. I'm obviously on the lower end of the stick here. You get what I'm saying? So that's why in the video, you notice I'm a lefty. I pushed him away with my left. He grabbed me with two hands. If I wanted to fight him, and mind you, we're walking. If I wanted to fight him, I would have hit him with the right. You get what I'm saying? And it would have been fighting. Like, I stopped him with my left. And in the video, that's when you see Elijah, like, kind of like breaking it up after. If I'm physically like hurt, like if he punched me, then I would consider hitting him or fighting him. But I would give him, just because who he is, like I wouldn't, and I think he uses that to his benefits, or like whoever famous that whatever that shit is. But like I wasn't gonna fight him.
What would it mean? What would it mean for your career if you got in a physical fight?
Oh, it would be over.
How so?
It would be over.
Can you
Literally
explain
over. You don't have a career. Would just pick sides, like right now. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he's famous. I'm nobody, pretty much.
Had you had meetings with record labels before this incident?
Oh, yeah.
And since this incident, have you continued to have meetings with record labels?
No, the moment it became public, everything changed.
How so?
I mean, like everything changed. Like, people knew it was me that pressed charges against Robbie. So everybody looked at me like I'm doing wrong for pressing charges.
And did some of the deals that you had set up, did those go away?
Oh yeah, I had to like pretty much vacate my label and everything, because my artists, they no longer wanted to work with me because of the decisions I chose to make. So yeah.
Okay. So not only the record labels that you were meeting with, but also the artists who you were managing no longer wanted to work with you.
Yeah, because they felt like many different reasons, but one, they felt like I don't have no credibility no more. One, and two, I'm getting labeled as, I guess, a snitch or something like that, you know?
Second. Did you recognize what we saw there?
Yeah.
And did you specifically recognize that to be the first incident that happened when you first linked up with the defendant?
Yes.
And I'll play it forward a little bit from here. And pause it at 11 seconds on the video. Now, the second person that we see in the screen looks like they're, physically right in front of you. Who is that?
That's right.
And when you first approached him, can you describe what happened in your own words? Whether we saw it on the video or not, just in your own words, describe what happened.
So when he came up to me, like from the video, from what I can see, because he's saying trap all over, it was like 3 years ago. You know, for another video. But I was stopping a little. I could see I was stopping a little. And like I said, I'm lefty. I'm righty. I stopped him with my left, trying to like back him up. You know what I mean? And then
Let me stop you for 1 second. That interaction that we see, would that have been right after he said, I don't remember what your exact words were, but...
what's up now, pussy?
What's up now, pussy?
Probably like 10 seconds later, because he was still walking.
Okay. And Could you see his face as he was walking towards you?
Yeah.
How did he look?
Oh, angry.
So could you tell as he was approaching you that you were headed for a physical confrontation with him?
His hands wasn't up. It was more so walking. So then when we got to each other, he initiated, like try to like grab me or try to like grab me by my collar. That's why you see like that, and then I like grabbed him off. You know what I mean?
So as best you can remember it, he was the first one who grabbed you by the collar,
Then he grabbed me by my collar.
and then you raised which of your hands to
My left.
your left hand to separate from him.
Yeah.
Okay. And as he grabbed the collar of your sweatshirt, what did he do?
I think he's just trying to tug at me and like talking and going back and forth. And then Elijah, everything happens so fast. And then Elijah gets in the middle.
Okay. When you say he's talking at you, do you remember anything that he said?
Like I said, it was 3 years ago. I would have to see what I said before. I don't want to say something that I don't like vaguely remember.
That's fair. But so as you sit here right now, today, 3 years later, you don't specifically remember the words he said. Is that what you're saying?
Not the words so much, except for like towards the ending when the gun came out. I remember that. I
Okay.
remember the words that came out when the gun came out.
As best we can, I'd like to go through it step by step. So when he first approaches you, you're saying he's saying words, but you can't remember the words.
I don't remember.
Do you remember the tone that he had said these words with?
Oh, at that point, like, we pretty much damn near fighting. Like, he's saying what he's trying to get, I don't know.
I mean, did he sound angry to you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Were you saying anything back to him?
Yeah,
Do you,
I don't remember.
You don't remember your words. Do you remember your tone? So you're saying that you were upset that he grabbed you by the collar, but then he produced the gun with his from his waistband, correct?
Yes,
Do you remember which hand he was holding the gun in, his left or his right?
probably is right.
Do you remember? Or?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, you just remember he had a gun in his hand.
Yeah, just when we got a gun in his hand.
Did you, and I don't mean the instant that you saw it, but throughout this incident, okay. I mean, like, did you personally see him with a gun on occasions before this?
No, he has a lot of security.
Okay. Did you, if someone said that the defendant was known to carry a prop gun or fake guns, would that have been knowledge that you personally had?
No, you don't carry fake guns. I mean, you don't. Prop guns?
Yes.
No.
You never knew him to carry a prop?
No.
Did you ever know him to have any guns? And I don't mean, now I want to kind of broaden it. So not that he would carry in public, but guns that he would have either at his house or anywhere else.
Not to my knowledge. I never physically seen any guns on Rocky.
Okay. Except for
That night.
that day when
Yeah, that night.
Okay. Now, from what we see on the video, the two of you move off screen off the video. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
And when the two of you move off of the screen, is that where he first pulled the gun out of his waistband?
Yeah.
What was the first thing that you saw him do with the gun?
Oh, he pointed at me, and then that's when Elijah was like in between, and he's like, "I'll kill you right now, pussy," or like whatever. Like just was, and then I'm right behind Elijah, and I'm saying, "If you brought a gun, use it then." Like the fuck you brought a gun for, pussy. That's the words I was saying to him.
When you said he pointed it at you, where on your body was it pointing?
Like towards my stomach, like towards like my headish a little. Like everything was happening so fast. So fast. You know what I mean?
And from what you're describing, was it moving?
Yeah, it was moving. He had it up.
Okay, so he didn't just hold it at your stomach It was kind of
No, he was looking for a spot to shoot. Like
okay.
if Elijah wasn't there, I don't know what would have happened.
And you said as he was pointing it at you, what did he say?
I'll kill you right now.
And was that in an angry tone?
Yeah, he was livid.
Was his voice elevated? Like, was he yelling this at you, or was this something
Yeah.
he was saying quiet?
Yeah, because we was yelling back and forth at this point.
All right. And you said that after he pointed the gun at you, you became angry, correct?
Yeah, I became furious.
So what did you say back to him?
I told him to use it.
Why
Not
did you?
because mentally, like, I couldn't believe he just pulled the gun out on me. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you better use that shit. The fuck you got a gun for?
Can you explain? I want, as best you can to the jury, explain to them what you mean by I can't believe you just pulled a gun on me. What is that? What do you mean by that?
Like, I physically cannot believe there was a gun in my face. Like, that was the breaking point for me. Because like what I said, I told this kid numerous times, if you have a problem with me, let me know. You know what I mean? I feel like this got to the max. Like, this was like no return. So if I was willing to die for my respect at this point, I don't care. You get what I'm saying? Like, if this is what you want to do, I still have my dignity. That's how I felt.
You're saying that person that we see in the blue jacket, who's that?
That's it.
All right, and what is Ills doing at this point in the video?
He's breaking up. He's trying to dis-escalate the situation.
Physically get between the
Yeah, physically. Yeah.
All right, I'll play it forward. Now, if you remember, what was 12 doing during this interaction?
He was off to the side the whole time. He was not trying to, like, everything happened so fast. Like, from what I can remember, he was just, like, looking. That's why I said, like, even after everything, like, I don't care if me, it was on talk, I still love the kid because he put himself in between everything. You know what I mean? Now, 12, he was off on the side. He was just looking, like, and then when I guess he seen the ills intervene, that's when he kind of intervened, but I don't think he would have did anything.
Okay. Okay. And can you see the gun in his hand there?
Yeah.
That's the same gun he pointed at you.
Yeah.
What did he do with the gun after Ills separated the two of you?
He put it back away, but I think from what I remember that day, those people that walked by, they kind of like stopped everything because once he seen them, he kind of like, because I'm yelling, I'm literally yelling, and that was like, I feel like that was one of the ways that like I didn't get shot too because I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. You know what I mean? I'm making a scene. You know what I mean? So once he seen like those people walk by, he put it away, and that's when he started like kind of walking away.
The people that we see walk by, they had nothing to do with.
No, that was just a couple, I believe. That was just a couple walking by. Like I briefly seen them off my peripheral.
Okay. So after he puts the gun back in his waistband, you said he walked away. Where did he go?
He was going down the same block that he came from.
Before I move on from this, at the first point where the defendant is pointing the gun at you, how far away from your body was the end of the gun?
Oh, it was getting me pressed up against me.
Defendant, put that fake gun away.
No.
Is that something that you would say to him?
No, well, why would I say put that fake gun away?
Or why, does that confuse you because you don't know him to actually carry a fake gun?
You're just confusing me all around.
Meaning, after you all walk off camera at the end of this clip, was there anything else that you remember that happened at the parking garage, or was that he just walked away?
Okay, so right after Elijah's still next to me, and I look off to the right, and I see Jamel putting like kind of kneeling down, which is 12, ASAP 12. And I see him putting away a knife. So at this point, mentally, I'm already fucking furious, right? I see Jamel pointing a knife away. So I'm like, what the fuck you got a knife for? That's exactly what I say. I see Jamel pointing, what the fuck you got a knife for? Because I'm thinking this is okay, if me and Rocky got a problem, it's a white flag situation. The other two should not be interacting. If anything, they're going to be de-escalating or breaking it up. So to my knowledge, I'm like, oh, hell no. So now I'm walking with them. And I'm literally screaming out at the top of my lungs, damn near, on how Rocky failed us and how Jamel went on tour with Rocky for about 8 or 9 years. And he's back in the projects. Not that it's his fault, but this is the type of things that occur. You know what I mean? You pull a blanket away and there's nothing there. Pull the gun out. You know what I mean? Like, I probably would have walked away if I didn't see Jamel with the knife. Because I'm still with ills, like right here kind of. But when I seen that, I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna talk whatever the fuck I want to say. I wasn't, probably like about, if I was to skip, probably like 3 skips away, because after I said, what the fuck you got a knife for, 12, we kind of like kind of walked a little faster to Rocky.
I've had a lot of people estimate using different things. I've never had anyone estimate with skips. How far do you think a skip is? Or
Because that's what I was thinking, because I was physically thinking, I was thinking about punching 12. You know what I mean? Like, what do you got a knife for?
But how close was he? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He was about 3 or 4 skips away.
What does skip mean? Like, how far is a skip?
You know what I mean? Like,
No. How far is a
You
skip?
can point at something in the court.
like right here to the middle of where that line is at, like not too
Like here?
Approximately
yeah, a little bit more
7
yeah.
feet
Yeah,
from
like right there.
Okay.
about 7 to 8 feet.
Yeah,
All right.
a little further actually, because he's bending down, so I'm like he's putting the knife away. So then when I see that, I'm like fuck, like what the fuck am I gonna do right now?
Let me, in your answer before, you said this was like a white flag situation.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
Meaning we're all ASAP members. So if one person has a problem with another, I'm not expecting anybody else to intervene, or like, you know what I mean? Other than like supporting the person they came with, which they did. They supported Rocky. He was in LA for the Conflicts Con.
Did you feel like, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, so this isn't how you felt. Let us know. But did you feel like this whole situation, this whole link up, as you described it, was a setup?
Oh yeah, for sure. But not, I don't think the other two. I think they was just because Rocky had everybody in his house.
At that point.
I mean, he grabbed me first, so that everything, all bets is off the table. Like I'm thinking, what are we doing here? Like, you know what I mean?
How are you feeling now?
Wait, what you mean?
How are you feeling after having this, after he pulled this gun on you?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Why would you follow behind someone that you know is armed with a gun and verbally tell them how you feel in the way that you did?
I told you already because I felt like I would never see him again. And I felt like since he put it away and on a busy street in Hollywood, like he's definitely not going to shoot this shit. Shoot it.
So you, at that moment, did not believe that he would shoot you? That person?
No.
And when you got to the stop sign area with Ills, what was the next thing that happened?
I'm still talking, but then I see Rocky turn around. Can I explain what happened?
Yeah.
So I see Rocky turn around. When he turned around, he's like, kind of looked like a movie. The whole thing looked like a movie, like, you know what I mean? So he kind of like pointed down. He shot the first shot. When he shot the first shot, I felt my hand hot. So I grabbed Ills and used him as a shield. He's going around trying to shoot me between the Ills. 12B. Well, I don't really remember, but from what it was more like, it was fast. He turned around, and then it was like, boom. You know what I mean? Like,
That your hand felt hot, correct?
yeah.
Where on your hand felt hot?
My left hand.
Where?
Left hand. Just right above my knuckles. Like my knuckles right here, below my knuckles. So it's right here. And if I was to fall, you would see other injuries on that picture from that day. I don't even see them running off really. Like, I'm still dealing like with ills literally telling me I could have got him killed while I'm just running off.
Right. Again, I don't want to jump ahead. I want to stay right at the moment when the shots are fired. Are you saying as the defendant fires the first shot, you then move around to Hills? You're not paying attention to 12, so you're not entirely sure what he did.
No, I'm not really sure what Toby was doing.
Okay. Then after the first gunshot, what did you see the defendant do? Physically, what did he do with his body?
Oh, he's running up, and he shot again.
What does running up mean?
Like he's running and shooting, like he's trying to like find. He's trying to look for a way to shoot because if I wasn't grabbing the ills, I mean.
Did he physically come closer to you?
Yeah.
And
he got close.
You're saying
the whole time it was close, but he got really close.
You were saying that he was trying to move motion around Hills, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Okay. Moving forward, is that still the defendant?
Yeah, so I'm kind of like running around Ills at that point while Rocky's like.
When you say Ills dropped his body, what do you mean by that?
Like he physically just dropped, like his weight.
Did you do anything to push him to the ground?
No.
Did you strike him?
No, of course not.
Did you throw any punches towards him?
No.
So, are you describing him essentially dropping his body to try to get away from you? Because you're trying to hold him?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you personally go to the ground as he dropped his body?
Yeah, as he dropped. So I like kind of dropped with him. You could see me like almost dropped, but looking back to see, kind of.
All right. And then fair to say at that point, that's when the defendant was running
Yeah,
away?
you could see Jamel like pushing him away at that point.
Was it your belief that the gun that he was using was a real gun or a fake gun?
Can you say that again?
Yeah. Did you believe as the defendant was shooting at you that he was shooting a real gun or a fake gun?
Oh, it was a real gun.
And what led you to believe that it was a real gun?
I mean, I was hit. I was hit.
Is there anything else about it?
Want to know the difference between? I mean, I don't know how would you somebody shooting at you. I don't. And I wasn't like I was grazed. I wasn't hit. I didn't have a hole through my hand or nothing. It was like that's what it was, you know.
Thing that happened after you reported this to police that caused you to change your opinion on how many shots he fired?
No.
So you still, as you sit here right now, is it your testimony that he fired either 3 or 4 shots at you?
I mean, I've seen the video, so I understand it was 2 shots now.
That's what I mean. Okay, so as you sit here now, it's your belief he fired 2 shots at you, right?
Yeah. Yes.
But when you initially reported it, you reported it as 3 or 4 shots.
Yeah. Because it sounded like that. We're in like a closed, it's real loud. You know what I'm saying?
You said that what changed your opinion was that you watched a video, correct?
Oh yeah, the preliminary hearing
Okay.
was the first time I seen the actual like, the sound of the shots.
What you see there?
Yeah.
And what is that?
That's my left hand.
And do you know who took this picture?
Probably was off my phone.
This is a picture you took.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know when you took this picture?
Probably the day after or the day, that day.
So you're thinking either November 6th or November 7th?
Or 8th. I don't know.
Okay. That's your middle finger and slightly on your ring finger there. What caused those injuries?
A graze, I believe. Because, like what I said, I felt something hot. And if I was to pull on my hand, I'm not no expert or anything, but if I would fall on my hand or anything, my knuckles at the top would be messed up and everything else would be messed up. It just was right here.
Okay. What do you mean when you say grazed?
Like, when he shot the first shot, I felt my hand hot because I felt like I got grazed.
By what?
A bullet.
Thank you.
He was ready to run.
Okay. After Ills went to the ground, what was the next thing that happened?
I think they took off. Like 12 and Rocky took off, and then I'm probably like scanning the area to make sure he's still not there or shooting at me. And then I took off back the same way that I came. Yes.
All right, I'm pausing it at 2:54. So let's go back to 2:47. I'll pause it here at 2:48. Do you see the individuals at the sort of towards the bottom right-hand corner of the screen there?
Yes, I do.
You see the person who's walking in front appears to be wearing a black sweatshirt, and the person behind has a red jacket on.
Yes.
Do you recognize who the person in the black sweatshirt is?
Yes, Rocky.
Associated with this case.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Did you meet with police officers or police detectives before you talked to any prosecutors?
No.
The first person you talked to in this case was a prosecutor?
Oh, no, I talked to the police. Yeah, the police.
All right. When was the first time that you talked to the police? You don't have to give us a date, but you can say it was.
When I obtained a lawyer and walked into Los Angeles Police Department.
How close in time was that to the shooting?
Well, I hit up a lawyer the same night, but it was late, so he advised me I forgot what it was he advised me of at that time, but then I ended up going back and getting the actual bullets myself.
Okay, hold on.
And taking pictures of the cameras.
How many, I guess my question is, are you talking about you went to the police within minutes, hours, days, weeks, months? Can you give us just a time period?
No, so I had to wait for the lawyer, and then I sent them everything that I like, the text messages, everything.
You're not answering my question.
Oh.
Give us just a time period. Don't tell me what you did. Just say it was within hours, minutes, days, months. How soon after this
Did I go to the police station?
Yes.
The next day.
Okay. Did this incident happen late at night on November 6th, correct?
I would have to see.
Well, it was dark out.
Yeah, I know it was late, but I don't, like I said, it was 3 years ago. I don't remember the dates, and I don't remember the streets at this point. I just remember what happened.
That's fair. But when you say the next day, is it possible that instead of being on the 7th, it was on the 8th that you went to the police department?
Yeah, so pretty much I was just waiting for the lawyer to respond back. So I had my business partner.
When you reported this to the police, how did you do that? Did you call 911? Did you call the station? Did you go to the station?
No, we just walked in.
Oh, do you remember which police station you walked into?
It was Hollywood. I did.
After you talked to that police officer, did you talk to another police officer from that same station after him?
I don't remember.
Okay. Station. Did you then talk to a detective?
I think a detective came out because once I handed him the bullets, I think and he seen the lawyer I was with, I think that's when he took it serious and like had somebody come out and I think I remember clearly.
You need to see Ills' face after this incident.
I did because one of them posted a video and I took a snapshot of them all eating. They went out to eat the next day after the shooting.
Okay. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes.
And is this the screenshot that you're talking about that you took?
It is.
And the video you watched was on November 8th, correct?
I don't really remember. I gotta see. But yes.
Okay. But you're saying
get off my phone, you can see it.
Are you saying you don't remember the specific date, but you know it was within a day or?
Oh, I knew it was the next day.
The next day.
Yeah.
Okay. After you met up with your girlfriend, where did you go?
We drove back to the same spot. So that was within like an hour or 45 minutes. You could timestamp it and see how long it took me to get back there. But it wasn't hard for me to find the bullets because I knew exactly where I got shot at.
Okay. After the shooting that you went back,
Yes, correct.
do you remember the exact time?
Probably, I seen it recently on my phone, but it had to be like 10:40 something or maybe like 11:40 something. So that gives it like an hour from the time that the incident happened. And I took a picture of, the bullet. So I remember, I think you have to show me the time or something. That's how I remember. But first I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts to get a pen and a brown paper bag. And then I went over there in hopes to find whatever I could find, whether it was cameras, anything, you know what I mean? Because I took pictures of cameras and everything. And then so happens I find the bullets. So I take a picture of them before I scoop it up with a pen and then put it in the brown bag.
There's 4 photographs that you see small pictures of on this exhibit.
Yes.
And what are those?
Those are the pictures I took.
Of,
Shell casings, I believe.
and were those pictures that you took at the scene when you went back?
Yes, it is.
Do you see in the column right next to that, under the line where it says created, there's a date of 11/6/21, and then on the topmost one it says 11:45 and 24 seconds PM, correct?
Correct.
So this would be half an hour before you said you got there, correct?
Half an hour before.
If this is 11:10 and you said you got there at 11:45,
Hold on.
yes.
What's the nature on witnesses? What's the statement?
Wait, you say what now? Say that again?
Yeah, that video shows that person there at 11:10 p.m. and you're saying you returned at 11:45. That was what you said when you said refer to the timestamps on the pictures, correct?
What time did the incident happen again?
The incident happened at 10:17 p.m.
10:17. What time was this?
Encroach again. It might be easier for you to see than me, but it's saying 11:10 p.m.
Yeah, so that's correct.
Right.
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, I mean, can you make out the person that you see in that video?
Objection, Judge.
He's already answered.
Your Honor.
No speaking objections.
I'm asking
No
for ground.
speaking objections. Asked and answered.
Your Honor,
Yes?
I would just ask, I would just ask that counsel, the court has ordered that counsel state grounds. When he simply says objection,
I know what he's going to say. All right, I'll wait till he states the legal grounds. I'll wait till you state the legal
please,
grounds.
thank you, Your Honor.
But I know what the legal grounds are, but as soon as he says objection,
Asked and answered.
ask him. He already said that.
The dark colored top, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Yes.
But you're saying the person in this video is wearing a light colored top, correct?
All I know, I went back and found the bullets. I don't know who that is or what time, or I know I came back within an hour. I'm confused on what this is right here.
Okay. When you went back to your hotel, did you change your clothing?
I don't really remember. It was so long ago, but probably, I don't know.
You also said when you went back to the scene, you were with your girlfriend, correct?
Yeah.
Did you see a second person in the video here?
No, but you gotta keep playing it.
You testified previously, you were shown that video, correct?
Yes.
Did you say, that's not me?
I believe so. It was a long time ago.
Do you want to refer to the transcript?
But I remember, I need to jog my memory. First time I'm seeing it. Once I looked at the video, I noticed that's not me.
Okay.
I don't walk like that. I don't move like that. That look like a homeless person or something.
Did you also in fact say, I don't even walk like that?
When before?
Yes, when you
Oh, I just had to
testified
look just now and notice again. But yeah, I don't walk like that.
Okay. My question is, when you testified previously, you said, I don't even walk like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Have you, since this incident, suffered any actual consequences to your career?
Oh, of course.
Can you explain that to the jury?
I mean, it's been a living hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, death threats, just people labeling me a snitch for saying something that happened. My social media, everything that I'm doing as far as social media, I don't have a presence there no more. I actually cut ties with all my artists and gave them their royalties.
Correct.
I did.
Did you ultimately, through your attorney, file a civil lawsuit?
I did.
And is the defendant one of the people that you're suing in that lawsuit?
Yes, him and his lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, so I said I want to get this nigga's money.
All right. When you wrote that line, who are you referring to?
I'm referring to Rocky.
And again, was this text message sent after the shooting?
Yes, it was after.
Now, can you see Justin responds to your text, correct?
Yeah, he's a sarcastic person, so he said he's probably trying to get you to perform at complex time.
So when you received that, you didn't receive that as a serious comment that he was making?
No, because he always makes like weird side jokes.
Okay. And what was your response to him after that?
He shot me.
And when you say he shot me, who are you referring to?
To Rocky.
Objection. He didn't say he shot me. He said he shot at me.
Sorry, I apologize. I did read that incorrectly. When you said he shot at me, who are you referring to when you say he?
Rocky. Rocky. Where you at? Question mark.
And then the second text message that you received.
Let's get to it.
All right. The third text message,
Stop ducking my calls.
and that one was read by you at 9:35, or sorry, 9:39 and 22 seconds p.m.
Correct.
Did you then responded to that message, correct?
Yeah, but we spoke because I answered his FaceTime call.
That's okay. I'm
I
just
lied.
going.
It's not about lying, but I didn't want to tell him exactly where I was at, so I said Trader Joe's.
That's fine. So, and I'm sure there are other messages you exchanged with other people, but I'm just asking you to focus on this
Okay.
this thread. Your next response to him at 10:08:31 was, "I'm in front of Trader Joe's, drop location."
Correct.
For the record, that was PM.
My apologies. Okay. Going to the third page, the top of the page, the first message. I know it's a small photograph, but can you tell just from that small photograph what that's a picture of?
That's the showcase now.
And is this you sending him a picture of the shell casing after the shooting?
That's correct.
And how soon after you took the picture did you send it to him?
I don't know, within minutes or if right there, I don't really remember.
Okay. You took the picture at 11:45 and then sent it at 11:58. Does that sound about right to you?
Yeah, that's correct.
But you sent it to him that same night, correct?
I did.
And this, again, this is after the shooting.
That's after the shooting.
And then your next message to him?
You tried to kill me. You tried killing me.
And now we've moved into the next day, November 7th, but just past midnight. So 12 o'clock and 55 seconds in the morning, correct?
That's correct.
And then you said to him, the next message?
You should have killed me.
And then your next message to him after that one?
I sent him a text message of his call to me. His text message to me, letting him know that. So when I said you should have killed me, I was meaning I'm about to be the biggest, like I'm about to do what I need to do.
You were showing him the prior text message where he said, "Where are you at? Let's get to it." Stop
I
that.
was pretty much showing
Wait,
him.
both can't talk at the same time. Go ahead and ask the question again.
Yes, you had taken a screenshot of the text messages where he said, "Where are you at? Let's get to it. Stop ducking my calls." And that's what you sent to him?
I did.
Okay. And that's at 12 a.m., correct?
That's correct.
You said after the shooting, you texted him the garbage
Okay,
case,
yes.
and you sent him 3 other messages. To that point, he never responded to any of them, correct?
Correct.
But after you sent him the picture of your conversation, he responded, correct?
Yes.
And what was the first message that he sent to you?
Bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Why?
Voice up.
Bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Why you telling people I shot at you?
And then he questioned or added a question mark to the message that you had sent to him previously, saying you tried killing me.
Yeah, he put a question mark on it.
What did that mean to you when someone puts a question mark on your text?
I mean, like, I can't tell you what he meant by that.
No, how did you receive it?
I received it like he was not owning up to the fact. Like, I just wanted to see if he was going to own up to like what he was doing.
Okay. And then you sent him a response, correct?
Yeah, of my hand.
What were you showing him on your hand?
The graves.
The same injuries that we displayed before?
Yes.
And then
That was in People 17.
People 17, yes. And then his next message to you was to attach a question mark to your text of "you should have killed me," correct?
That's correct.
Did you receive that the same way? Like you said, in your words, he wasn't owning up to it?
Yeah, he was in denial still.
Okay. Top of the next page. What did you text him after that?
I said I did love the dumbass.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I love her. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't expect this to happen.
Sorry, I couldn't hear someone cough.
I did not expect this to happen. So I was just telling him I had love for you.
Meaning before the shooting, you loved
Yeah,
him.
before it.
Okay. Can you read your next message to him?
I said, y'all niggas try to set me up and take me with my daughter.
Did he respond to that message?
He did.
What did he say?
I try to do what? Nigga, I know you hate me. I hate you too.
Top of the 8th page. What did he say?
Stop making shit up, bro.
All right. And how did you respond to that?
I got bid.
Okay. At that point, what did you mean when you said I got bid?
I got video.
What video were you referring to?
So, I was thinking the actual, like, around, I probably was texting him after I got the bullets or something like that. I don't really remember, but when I said that, I probably was already back at my hotel and I already took pictures of every location we was at.
Okay, you said when you went back to take pictures of the actual cartridge cases, there were other things you were taking pictures of as well, correct?
Yeah.
What other things were you taking pictures of?
Any cameras I seen around?
On businesses?
Yeah.
And had you, up to the point that you sent this text, so we're now at 12:40 on November 7th, did you watch video from any of those locations?
No, I couldn't.
Did you have access to any of those cameras?
No, I went to one building. They told me I needed a subpoena.
Okay, so they specifically refused to let you watch it.
They wouldn't even acknowledge the fact that I wanted the video. They was like, you would need a subpoena.
So
I think I went with the lawyer that I had, and he told him that.
the point being though, when you sent that text message, at that moment, you had not seen any video related to this case.
I never seen anything.
Were you only referring to the fact that you know there were cameras around it?
Yes, I want to reserve before it gets too late on what happened because I didn't go to the police right away.
But I'm asking, what are you communicating to him with that text message?
Oh, I'm letting him know that I have evidence. Like you're not getting away from this.
Why is it that you felt like you had to tell him you had evidence?
Because he shot at me. He wasn't acknowledging the fact that he shot at me.
Was he denying that the whole incident took place? Is that how you received it?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to break it in 2 minutes.
I'm just want to finish with this and I'll be done. You, after that text message about the video, what did you text him?
See you soon, mud.
Then your next message?
I meant to say probably stop texting me. You lost it.
Okay. But what you actually sent him was TXT.
Text everything. You lost it.
All right. And then your next text?
Just stop texting me.
And then how did he reply to that?
Love me but talk shit about me, shit on me, let me get cut, which I don't know how the fuck I let this nigga get cut, and still ain't cut you off. We never had.
Wait, Mr. Efron, can you just read the text and then I can ask you what
Nigga, you've been a op. You don't love me because we don't do business, so it is what it is.
Okay. When he said that you talk shit about him, what did you take that to mean?
I never talk shit about him. If anything, I'm just voicing my opinion on why shit is not working.
Okay. Did you know what he was referring to when he said, let me get cut?
Oh yeah, I was there that day, but I had nothing to do with him getting cut.
You didn't personally do anything to him, correct?
No.
All right. And then when he says you've been an op, what does that mean?
That was the first time I ever heard I was an op from him.
What's an
So
op?
it was new. Like an opposition, maybe somebody you don't fuck with. Mind you, I told this dude many times, if you don't fuck with me, just let me know.
Okay. And then I get the rest. And then the last text message that he sent to you.
Now you trying to extort niggas talking about I shot at you and shot you 4 times and all type of nonsense. You a phony, you don't have my best intentions. Stop
He
texting.
doesn't say mine.
Where?
You don't
You don't-
have the best intention.
Oh yeah, you don't have the best intentions. Stop texting me and stop calling my manager and call the police if I shot at you, you weirdo. So after that, that's when I was like, okay.
Hold on.
How did you receive that text message?
Oh, it was no more trying after that. I was going to do what he literally told me to go to the police.
But did you receive that as him denying that this incident ever took place?
Oh, yeah.
In anywhere in the text messages he sent you, did he refer to an allegation that he used a prop gun
No, never.
or a starter pistol?
No.
When he says stop texting me and stop calling my manager, what is he? What do you know what he's referring to when he says stop calling my manager? But that's what you thought he was referring to, was the fact that you were in communication with his manager.
With his manager, yeah.
Okay.
I just